don't know if I deserved that. At our 10-year anniversary, I have a lot of people to thank. Sprout was built by people giving 1,000%. And I'd like to take a moment to thank all the people that have made this dream possible. First off, I'd like to thank God, who's been orchestrating our purpose in miraculous ways that we never would have planned. I'd like to thank my husband, Stephen, who's shown incredible faith and belief in this mission and in me. He's my sounding board, my rock, and he's been my hero since day one. Thank you, Stephen, for loving unconditionally and demonstrating the act of commitment every day. Thank you to my daughters, Lindley and Avery, who supply never-ending grace when the days are long and the needs pile high, who know that dreams don't work unless you do, and they provide simple reminders that while you're working, you better have fun. Thank you to my family, my mom, who's here tonight, and my dad, who's in heaven watching down over us, who always reminded me that life's a marathon, not a sprint. Thank you for instilling work ethic and dedication in me from an early age, and for all my other family members here tonight who have navigated the highs and lows with me along this dream, giving me the help to make it each and every day. Thank you. Thank you to all of our staff. To Anna, where are you? Thank you, Anna. To Nancy. And to Mike, who walked in the barn so many years ago and built Sprout into the place that it is today. And to Kayla, Heather, Pam, Sue, Kate, Claudia, Christy, Gray, Kelsey, and Anzella, who keep the wheels turning with love, light, and laughter. And to Tim, whose kindness in human form, and he is. Thank you to our board, to Sue, Saskia, Kathy, and Jim, who know all the right questions to ask and who always have our back. And thank you to our volunteers, who are quite literally love in action. Thank you for sharing your time and your spirit with us each and every day. Thank you to our riders, who push boundaries, break limits each and every day. Thank you for inspiring all of us to do the same. And thank you to our guests, cherished new and old friends, joining us tonight for a celebration of impact. Thank you. Imagine a moment where you're called to push the boundaries, where you're empowered to step into the fullness of your potential, lifting those around you along the way. 10 years ago, Sprout began in a leftover field, a farm in foreclosure. The dream was started by my uncle, Richard Backus, who society labeled as wheelchair-bound, but who lived without limits. And he planted the dream in others to do the same. Looking at an empty soybean field 10 years ago with a 26-year-old executive director who had $600 in savings, a toddler in hand, and a baby on the hip, It was pretty clear. It was obvious that we were fairly ill-equipped to help ourselves, much less anyone else. But we didn't know that. So instead of following logic, we followed our hearts. And we never, ever, ever, ever would have imagined that we'd have over 300 people on this farm each and every week, that we'd give over 41,000 hours of service, join together with over 13,000 people to change lives or create a word, possibilitarian. And we never set out to be the top equestrian facility in Loudoun County or receive a congressional award or be on the international news as the voice of America. I'm going to roll that clip because that was nuts. I'm hoping that the Russian...
Да, они чувствуют это и пытаются поднять мне настроение.
Never would have expected that. And we never would have expected that a larger-than-life horse like Duke would live on this farm and teach us the lesson that I'm humbled to share tonight. Duke arrived on our farm in 2014. It was a big year for Sprout. We had 5 horses, about 50 riders, and we reached a point in the progress where we needed another larger horse to serve our adults and teens. To meet the need, we scoured the internet, and while doing so, we came upon a Clydesdale cross. Yep, there he is. He had done a bit of everything, so we reached out to his owners and we told them our story. They responded kindly and offered us a time to come to their farm to try him. And as expected, Duke proved to be a true partner on the ground and under saddle. He was definitely the dream horse, and it was a big dream at that, because his price tag was $6,500, which coincidentally was $6,500 above the budget. To give you an idea of the miracles that happen here, Duke's owners listened to our plea, and they said if we promised to give Duke a happy home, that they would give him to Sprout. A decision that we were incredibly grateful for. The very next day, Duke was serving in the program, and he did so continuously all through his early 20s until a winter day in 2019. In the morning when we got to the barn, he didn't look right. And by 10 a.m., the vets who actually are here tonight were out. They were testing, tubing, and examining every inch of Sprout's largest horse. He received meds, and we were told to watch him closely and walk him as needed. But despite our best efforts, his pain continued to increase and increase. And by 12 o'clock noon, he was in a full-blown colic. At 24 years old, surgery obviously wasn't an option, and we struggled to maintain his comfort as he lay flat in the driveway, groaning, 30 minutes before the first lesson of the day. By 1 p.m., multiple vets were joining together to brainstorm and give us guidance on what to do. But nothing worked. His pain was increasing, and the likelihood of it being a life-ending illness was looming. We placed him in a holding paddock and, heartbroken, began to wrestle with the idea of putting him down. And we did that to hopefully start thinking about sparing him any additional pain. But we didn't take it lightly. As he was lying in the paddock, we turned from him and began walking back to the vet truck. We reminisced on all of his past achievements and all that he had accomplished in his service at Sprout. He completed the course. He fought the good fight. He ran the race. The vials were pulled, and we were ready to say our goodbyes. But as we marched back to the paddock, something amazing happened. Duke stood back up. He walked to the gate, and he just kept going. Through the latter years of his life, he became a fixture in our veterans programs. He piloted driving for individuals with spinal cord injuries. He helped new instructors become industry certified. And he grew new dreams in our adult riders, highlighted last week by his friend Lindsay, who sees him on Tuesdays. And together they're 97 years old. She said, "I'm humbled by his wonderful spirit. Despite advancing multiple sclerosis, he has given me the ability to dream again. He will always be a horse of my heart." Isn't it amazing how a single moment in time can completely change our awareness of where we are on the course of our dreams? When we started, we named ourselves Sprout Therapeutic Riding and Education Center, thinking the goal was therapeutic riding. But now when we look back in abundant wonder and gratitude, and the moments we're sharing right now are the dreams we dreamt 10 years ago. When we've surpassed our goals and we've outgrown our name, we realize that Sprout is more than saddles and stirrups. Sprout isn't defined by what we do or where we work. Sprout is who we are, a community of people who help one another reach the highest, truest expression of themselves and do that without limits. We thought that Duke was done, that he accomplished his goal. But as usual, horses show us the way. Duke showed us that he wasn't done. He was merely on an inflection point, and that he was made for more. And it's clear to us that right now we are on an inflection point. Right now we are sitting on that original soybean field, celebrating a program that started with a handful and turned into a herd of thousands, honoring a horse that was surely gone, but challenges us to live beyond expectations. Tonight at Sprout's 10-year anniversary, I'm asking for us to think differently about accomplishment and about potential, for us to work to become better and better at who we are, to reframe the magnitude of our goals, and to dream the next impossible dream. And for the belief, the resources, and the opportunity to go out and build it. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Duke, our Horse of the Year. It's for you, buddy. Thank you.